Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, Administration, and staff, I welcome you to the Class of 2015 graduation ceremony. To begin, I would like to introduce the seniors who will be singing our national anthem. They are Nathan Adler, Sabrina Grencher, Valerie Ghibertini, Tricia Golick, Jenna Kirking, Elizabeth Kritikos, Anna Leo, Daniel Puig, and Gretchen Stellwagen. Please stand.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. As I take this last opportunity to address you, the class of 2015 as a whole, I want you to take a moment to think about who you noticed is here tonight. Did you notice your family, neighbors, friends' families? And look behind me. Note the many faculty, staff, and board members here this evening as well. This is your community, surrounding you on all sides. This arrangement is not an accident. You are a part of something bigger than you as an individual, bigger than the class of 2015, bigger than Lincoln Way West. Your community has given you wisdom, not only facts and formulas memorized and recited by rote, but the knowledge of how to apply these to make meaningful connections. You've also been the benefactors of life experience of those older than you who have opened their hearts to share with you their stories. Your community has taught you respect. As your community grew from your family to your neighborhood to your primary schools to Lincoln Way West and beyond, you have added new people to your circle. Some like you, some very different. It's easy to respect those who are like us. The challenge to all of us is to respect those who are different from us in upbringing, politics, and beliefs. To work to see that the common humanity in us all, and to understand that each person has assets and each person has struggles. Your community has fostered courage. While courage can mean great acts of bravery, more often it means taking action when it would be easier to do nothing. Parents, church leaders, teachers, and coaches have assured you that your voice matters, that you have the power to affect change. And you have, on your teams, in your classes, and with your countless hours of volunteer work. Your community has encouraged honor. There's no question that you have been held to high standards. There are times where you may have wanted to take the easy way out or settle for less than what you were capable of. And someone told you to do better. Not just better, but your best, because they knew you could. Some of you will choose to remain in this New Lenox community. Others will spread out far and wide to other communities. But no matter where you go, remember that you are once a warrior, always a warrior. And that being a warrior is not bound to this time and place. Rather, it is the wisdom, respect, courage, and honor you carry with you in your heart. As we sit here today, I'm confident that each and every one of you is proud of your years at Lincoln Way West. You can be sure that we're equally as proud of you. 4 staff members who are honored to have worked closely with our students are our graduation readers. These staff members were voted upon by our seniors to read the graduates' names tonight. This is quite a privilege for them. I will introduce them. Please hold your applause. Mr. Jim DeFrank, Mr. Brian Glenn, Mr. Jeff Render, and Mr. Jason Van Swol. Congratulations also to you readers. My guess is that the parents and family members are thinking right now about how quickly the past 18 years have flown by. That in the blink of an eye, you have gone to wiping sticky hands, tying shoes, reading stories to a child curled up in your lap, to this evening, where you watched that same child, now as a young adult, on the verge of so many new life experiences. We know this evening is a milestone for every family. Tonight is the culmination of 4 years of academic intensity for all of our graduates. In special recognition, we will be honoring the top 15 academically ranked seniors first. Furthermore, I would like to congratulate this class for accepting, not just earning, not just offering, but accepting more than $4.2 million in scholarships. Congratulations. I hope you noticed that our seniors proceeded in tonight in a dignified and mature manner. Our expectation is that this respect continues. Each and every senior is important to you and to us. So please be courteous as we pay tribute to each graduate. When each graduate's name is called to receive a diploma, I respectfully ask you to refrain from a celebration so that the next name called will be heard and receives the respect that every child deserves. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Tonight's processional was led by the class of 2015 valedictorian and salutatorian. I'm very proud to introduce them to you. Our salutatorian, Raimundo Muro Barrios, has a grade point average of 5.641. He is the son of Raimundo Muro and Zoila Barrios. Ray is from New Lenox and attended Nelson Prairie, Nelson Ridge, and Liberty Junior High. While at Lincoln Way, Ray has been involved in soccer, Mathletes, National Honor Society, Pi Sigma Pi, Mu Alpha Theta, and the Board Game Club. He's the Vice President of Student Council and a state placer and international competitor in the bridge building contest. Ray is an Illinois State Scholar, a PSAE All-Star, an AP Scholar with distinction, a National Merit Commended Scholar, and a national recognized Hispanic scholar. When asked what he has enjoyed most about his high school experience, Ray responded, "My time in high school has been a blast. I'll always remember the excitement and atmosphere created by the school spirit and Friday night football games. Our teachers were always willing to do so much to help their students succeed. They truly make a difference." Next year, Ray will attend the University of Illinois, where he will major in nuclear, plasma, and radiological engineering. Raimundo Muro Barrios. Our valedictorian, Jacob Gasparich, has a grade point average of 5.675. He is the son of Christine Gasparich and William Gasparich. Jake is from New Lenox and attended Haynes, Oakview, and Liberty. While at Lincoln Way, Jake has been involved in volleyball, Pi Sigma Pi, and the Board Game Club. He's the president of Mathletes, Mu Alpha Theta, and the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Jake plays volleyball for Ultimate Volleyball Club. Jake is an Illinois State Scholar, a PSAE All-Star, an AP Scholar with distinction, a National Merit Finalist, and he scored a perfect 36 on the ACT. When asked what he has enjoyed the most about high school, Jake replied, "Becoming close friends with so many people. All the people and all the teachers have made it a great 4 years." In the fall, Jake will attend Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where he will major in computer science and play volleyball. Jake Gasparich.
Good evening. Welcome to all family members, teachers, administrators, and board members, and congratulations to all of the graduates. As I began to think about a topic for what I would discuss in this speech, I asked myself what seemed like a simple question. What did I learn during my time here at Lincoln Way West? Initially, I thought back to freshman year when I learned how to write a thesis statement in English class. Then I thought about chemistry and when I finally understood what all of the gibberish on the periodic table actually meant. And if the word trigonometry had been brought up to us before we entered high school, we probably would have given back the blank senioritis stare that we have all practiced over the past few months. However, while all of this knowledge is necessary, I've realized that none of this is what we will truly remember as what we have learned here from West. We will remember the other, more important lessons that we have learned from all of the people around us over our 4 years. From the awesome assemblies, athletic events, and other activities, we learn what it truly means to have school spirit. From the lunch ladies, we learn just how much "how's it going?" or "have a great day" can brighten up someone's life. And whether it was a history teacher explaining to us how our past can be used to help our future, or an English teacher showing us how our words have meaning, they taught us how boring school material can have a profound impact on our life. In my opinion, the most important lesson of all is one that we learn from each other. We learn to support our peers and our friends and to lean on them when we were the ones who needed support. The standard cliche is that graduation is not an end, but rather the beginning of something much greater. We will all take different paths from here. Some of us will go to college, some will join the workforce, and others will join the military. However, along these different paths, I am confident that the lessons we have learned from all of the people here at West will guide us on this much greater journey. To close, every Friday for the past 4 years, we have been told to either make it a great day or not. Well, as we graduate here today, I express the same idea, but a little larger, a little more exciting, and frankly, a little scarier. Make it a great life, or not. The choice truly is yours. Congratulations, Lincoln Way West, class of 2015.
At this time, I would like to recognize your 4 senior class officers. They've done an excellent job of representing the class of 2015 throughout the year. One of the main responsibilities of the senior class officers is choosing a class gift. This evening, these officers proudly presented your gift to the Board of Education and Administration. On behalf of your class, the officers presented an absolutely beautiful stained glass window of our Warrior mascot in our library. Your officers are Treasurer Jonathan Bosjancic, Secretary Sydney St. Ledger, and Vice President Savannah Miska. Your president is Caesar Zavala. While at Lincoln Way West, Caesar has been involved in varsity track for 4 years, cross country, Future Farmers of America, Art Club, the Winter Play, Pi Sigma Pi, Mu Alpha Theta, and he's been the class president for 2 years. Outside of school, Caesar participates in numerous church activities, and he speaks 3 languages: English, Spanish, and German. Next year, Caesar will attend DePaul University, where he will participate in the Army ROTC program and major in economics. Your president, Caesar Zavala.
Thank you, administrators, Board of Education, faculty, staff, and family members for joining us today to celebrate the graduation of the amazing class of 2015. I'd also like to say what a huge honor it is to be speaking in front of you all. I'd like to begin by saying thank you to Dr. Schmidt. I remember walking into this very school freshman year for our first pep assembly, expecting it to be like junior high, lacking any sense of school spirit, and then seeing Dr. Schmidt sporting her signature orange boots. My initial thought was, wow, high school isn't going to be what I expected. The thought that immediately followed was, they are really in the school spirit here. And it's true, our students are beyond proud to be Warriors. I'm deeply humbled and honored to be part of the class of 2015. So much so that I spent a long time staring at a blank computer screen, trying to figure out what to say. While writing this, I went around asking family members, teachers, friends, and members of our community to impart their wisdom to me so that I could relate to the class of 2015. I ended up accumulating an entire notebook full of advice. Of all the advice I received, I'd like to share two that stood out. The first person I went to quoted the Spanish surrealist artist Salvador Dali. He told me, "Intelligence without ambition is a bird without wings." We spent the past 4 years being educated, but without the drive to apply our knowledge, it would all be a waste. The next person compared life to a spoked wheel. He said, if a wheel has just one spoke bent, it'll be fine. If it has two spokes bent, it's still probably going to be all right. Even with three, it might be okay. But the more spokes that are bent, the worse the wheel. These spokes represent the pillars of our lives, our eating habits, exercise, work ethic, etc. If these spokes are out of whack, our lives too will be out of whack. He summed this up by saying, everything you do affects everything you do. Essentially, it's all the small things in our lives that can affect every other aspect in our lives. It's the little things and the little lessons that can resonate with us. May it be a pair of orange boots on the first day of high school, the special games athletes showing us what it's like to experience sheer joy, the fan sections teaching us to immerse ourselves in sportsmanship, coaches teaching us diligence, or the friends we make showing us how to belong. It could even be something as small as a few words of wisdom. Mr. Purdom and Ms. Novak taught us to make it a great day. Or not. The choice is ours. Thank you.
Good evening. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, and my fellow board members, we would like to welcome our graduates, family, friends to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2015. My dad was one of those dads who was full of wisdom, yet at the same time would drive me crazy because he would rarely tell me the answers to what it was I was looking for. He would say, think it through, you'll figure it out. Well, one question you will want answered is, how can we live a happy life? That is a pretty deep question on a day like today, and many of the people in the stands are struggling with that alone. I'll tell you my thoughts, and then you can try to figure it out. In 2004, I was doing what many dads do around the Christmas holiday, which was trying to figure out a way how to get out of putting up the Christmas decorations. So in an effort to empty the house and give my wife room, I decided I would take my 10-year-old daughter to see the Polar Express. If you haven't seen the Polar Express from start to finish, it's a great movie made for kids, but with many hidden messages for adults. I found myself tearing up from time to time throughout the movie because it had made me realize I was changing into something that I wasn't proud of because I forgot what it was like to be a kid when being nice to everyone was second nature. I walked out with an unbelievable desire to become a better person because of the last 29 seconds of that movie. To this day, I listen to those final 29 seconds from time to time as a pick-me-up. Today, life for most of you is pretty simple. Some of you might disagree, but most of the parents and grandparents in the stands will say on a scale of tough, you likely haven't seen anything yet. As you sit here tonight, I hope most of you still believe in happy endings. I hope that life hasn't been so tough that you've forgotten that anything is indeed possible. I hope you still surround yourself and seek out people who believe in the greatness within you. One by one, friends may come and go, but as the new ones enter your life, make sure they are the ones who still believe in the things that you believe in. As you grow into your life as an adult, as a parent, try to keep the mindset of the innocence of the child you once were, coupled with the responsibility that adulthood will bring you. Lead with a caring heart, a compassionate heart, filled with empathy for others. When life throws you a curveball, keep your balance, because it is that balance that will keep you the type of person that you want to be and keep people migrating towards you. As Tim McGraw said in his song, Live Like You Were Dying, become a friend a friend would want to have. In December of 2004, my life was moving at 100 miles an hour, and I wasn't as happy as I perhaps should have been. And more importantly, I wasn't happy with the direction I was heading. Truth is, again, I was trying to get out of putting up decorations and maybe even sneak in a cat nap. I walked out of that movie a different person because of that final 29 seconds. Was it an accident that I went to the movie that day? Was it an accident out of 1 hour and 40 minutes? Only the last 29 seconds had me sit up in my seat? I don't think so. That was one of life's game changers for me. Those of you who know me and have known me since 2004 know that I have evolved as a person, a community leader, a business person, and a public servant. The best is yet to come for me, and for the most part, because of the inspiration of that movie, that final 29 seconds. So at this point, I'm sure you're wondering what was the message in the final 29 seconds. The 10-year-old boy was sitting around the tree with his sister, talking about the magic of the first bell of Christmas and how sweet that sound was of that bell when you shook it. And his final words were, at one time, most of my friends could hear the bell ring, but as the years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found that one year where she could no longer hear the sound of that sweet bell. Though I've grown older, that bell still rings for me, as it does for all of those who still believe. My wish for you, as you walk out tonight for the first time as an alum of Lincoln Way West, is that you believe not only tonight, but you are still believing 60, 70 years from now. Believe in yourself, believe in others, and for the love of God, listen hard every day for that bell, because if you can still hear that bell, that means that you've kept that part of innocence that will help you keep a happy life. Good luck, graduates.
Good evening. I am proud to have the opportunity to be part of this ceremony for the Lincoln Way West graduating class of 2015. On behalf of the administration, faculty, and staff, congratulations, seniors. Seated on stage is a number of our faculty who have chosen to participate in tonight's ceremony. To many of you seniors, a positive impact has been made on your life experiences because of the time you have spent with these educators. As you walk across the stage tonight, these teachers will feel pride in having had a hand in your accomplishments and growth over the last 4 years. At this time, I ask that all Lincoln Way faculty please rise and let's thank them for all that they do. To the parents here tonight, I am not quite there with my own children, so I can only imagine how quickly the last 4 years have flown by. Thank you for trusting us with your children. They have grown into fine young adults. To the young men and women in front of me this evening, your best years are ahead of you, as most likely are your greatest challenges. It is my sincere hope that your experiences at Lincoln Way have prepared you for all of life's challenges and success. Congratulations on your accomplishments. Congratulations on the growth that has taken place over the last 4 years. As you leave here today, I hope that each of you experience all the love, luck, and happiness that this world may provide. Mr. Malloy, President of the Board of Education, and members of the Board of Education, Dr. Schmidt has notified me that these young men and women have successfully completed the requirements necessary for graduation from Lincoln Way West High School and now qualify to be recipients of the high school diploma. I certify that all requirements have been met, and I now present the graduating class of Lincoln Way West High School, class of 2015.
Jacob Jeffrey Gasprich.
Raymundo Muro Barrios.
Miranda Lillian St. Amour.
Brandon Gregory Voss.
Simon Andrew Egner.
Nicole Olivia Singleton.
Sarah Rose Richardson.
Megan Marie Lang.
Hannah Lynn Hunter.
Caroline Elaine Floyd.
Emma Christine Haas.
Aaron K. Dolan.
Daniel Thomas Petru.
Stephanie Alexis McDonald.
Sydney Hayes St. Ledger.
Patrick Ong Abella.
Megan Louise Abner.
Casey Ross Adamson.
Nathan Thomas Adler.
Morgan Marie Alcozer.
Julia Loren Alexic.
Zaid Fariz Abdulrahman Al Nobani.
Alexander Stephen Alvarado.
Rosendo Alvarez.
Haley Brooke Anderson.
Rachel Mary Andrade.
Brittany Ann Antoni.
Jonathan Stewart Babington.
Hope J. Berry.
Samantha Lynn Basil.
Devin Courtney Bax.
Laura Elaine Bechtel.
Jacqueline Irene Beamsterboer.
Samuel Thomas Bellamy.
Anthony Jeffrey Bendy.
Max William Benedict.
Alessandra Taylor Kylie Beth.
Alexis Morgan Bajitsky.
Christian Douglas Bierma.
Nicholas Martin Bishop.
Keela Lauren Michelle Blackfull.
Judd Robert Bonamino.
Kenneth John Bordis.
Jonathan Carlisle Boschanzik.
Fiona Keelan Bowers.
Jamie Catherine Bauscher.
Matthew Ryan Brosh.
Thomas Joseph Brennan.
Mary Catherine Rita Brosick.
Meredith Therese Boldak.
Michaela Catherine Bultice.
Nina Marie Bumstead.
Jason Alexander Burdelic.
Divinity Lemiracle Burgos.
Jessica Irene Burns.
William Thomas Butler.
William Edward Campbell.
Kayla Jeanette Carter.
Abigail Adriana Chacon.
Sean Thomas Christian.
Timothy Aiden Churchill.
Brandon Robert Ciosi.
Carlin Elizabeth Clark.
Andrew Scott Clavena.
Angelina Maria Cortese.
Lawrence Joseph Cazo.
Jonathan William Creed.
Eric Matthew Cross.
Joshua William Dahlberg.
Trevor Joseph Dalio.
Deidre Maureen Dalton.
David Wayne Dasbach, Jr.
Kayla Shea Deacon.
Thomas Joseph DeFosse, Jr.
Jose Enrique Del Real.
Robert J. Diver.
Nicholas Andrew Dodge.
Alexander Michael Doyle.
Halen Verna Ann Drozd.
Jacob Robert Charles Duplantis.
Jared Thane Dykstra.
Mackenzie Ann Eckberg.
Madison Jade Edwards.
Austin Allen Erickson.
Colin Robert Edema.
Kaylin Renee Yvonne.
Nicholas Joseph Favia.
Dylan Eric Ferguson.
Dario Figueroa Jr.
Catherine Grace Finland.
Curtis Allen Flonder Jr.
Jonathan Anthony Felino.
Madeline Page Forberg.
Elizabeth Margaret Foster.
Brendan Gregory First.
Casey Lauren First.
Thomas Edward Gaffney.
Justin Anthony Garcia.
Alyssa Joyce Gassa.
Sabrina Marie Grencher.
Valerie May Gibbertini.
Connor Christopher Glenn.
Mary Catherine Goad.
Trisha Therese Golick.
Austin Alec Goody.
Ryan Connor Gordy.
Lacey Lynn Gorman.
Joseph Michael Greenback.
Austin Randy James Griffin.
Brian Jacob Heckler.
James Paul Hendry.
Daniel Thomas Hensel.
Michael Anthony Hernandez.
Tristan John Hibbler.
Kristen Marie Hickey.
Sarah Amaris Higgs.
Amanda Joanne Hills.
Andrew Robert Hogeveen.
Joel Christopher Hollingsworth.
Bethany Therese Hoda.
Matthew Roy Howard.
Trace Aaron Howard.
Wyatt Gary Hurley.
Ian James Iser.
Brianne Nicole Jacobs.
Nicholas Anton Jake.
Kyle Stephen Janovic.
Keith Robert Rocco J. Rose.
Rachel Nicole Johnson.
Jacob Patrick Kagi.
Kaylee Hannah Call.
Jeremy Lawrence Cambick.
Scott Joseph Capaldo.
Jessica Marie Carlick.
Emily Lauren Carnes.
Colin James Carpluck.
Noah Island Keefe.
Colin Joseph Keene.
Michaela Irene Keogh.
Cody T. Carey.
Peter Joseph King Jr.
Kaylee Rose Kinsella.
Megan Elizabeth Kirk.
Jenna Ray Kirking.
Sean Michael Knights.
Kelsey Lynn Nodell.
Dylan James Kogut.
Matthew Edward Kopp.
Jessica Rochelle Kazella.
David Michael Kovaleski III.
Thomas Adam Kolakowski.
Caden Thomas Kreis.
Elizabeth Marguerite Kritikos.
Danielle Diane Cookler.
Lena Kudos.
Kaylee Ann Kurth.
Kent Robert Landgraf Jr.
Haley Edith Lang.
Jeremy David Lascola.
Carter Andrew Lear.
Taylor Nicole LeBeau.
Holly Elizabeth Lincheski.
Anna Elizabeth Leo.
Dominic Anthony Leo.
Katie Elizabeth Lesage.
Diana Claret Lopez.
Tyler Thomas Lorenz.
Stephen Reinhardt Lutz.
James Daniel Lucia.
Kelly Lynn Luzinski.
Ashley Marie Lusk.
Autumn Masika.
Jordan Andrew McQueen.
Danielle Lauren Magda.
Bailey John Magruder.
Craig Samuel Major.
Jeffrey Robert Melito Jr.
Jessica Taylor Marcher.
Cody Jonathan Marconi.
Anthony Casey Murata.
Jake Ryan Martin.
Tyler River Martinez.
Kelly Lauren Mayhew.
Sean Patrick McDonald.
Mariola Helena McGriff Mai.
Colin Sean McLernan.
Jonathan Christopher Miller.
Savannah Ashley Miska.
Dana Christine Moss.
Dejana Victoria Motton.
William Alexander Moy.
Annalise April Mrazek.
David Lee Mulder Jr.
Alec Richard Murphy.
Madeline Marie Murphy.
Shane Michael Murphy.
Ryan Derek Nyheisel.
Zachary David Novak.
Sydney Danielle Novak.
Yasmin Ochoa.
Kristen Marguerite O'Connor.
Connor James O'Hara.
Sarah Elizabeth O'Hare.
Rex Bruce Orton IV.
Casey John O'Sullivan.
Kelly Catherine O'Sullivan.
Jordan Thomas Pandel.
Yasmin Benelli Pandy Rodriguez.
Brandon Jeffrey Panic.
Nathan Lewis Paniak.
Charles George Pavlik.
Audrey Lynn Pearson.
Maximilian Anton Petrangero.
Kyle Richard Pigney.
Bryce Caldum Pecarin.
Kayla Rose Port.
Dylan Joshua Poole. Samuel Francis Porto.
Taylor Lynn Poteet.
Catherine Marie Power.
Michael Alex Prattle.
Renee Nicole Prop.
Joseph Michael Prisdia.
Daniel Jordan Puig.
Ryan Thomas Ramey.
Emily Elizabeth Ray.
Max Robert Rickerson.
Joseph Carl Robertson.
Eliana Rojas Rodriguez.
Ryan Patrick Rooney.
Alize Marie Ross.
Jacob Matthew Rossborough.
Christian Latrice Ruff.
Andrew Joseph Ryan.
John Michael Safran.
Juan Antonio Sanchez Jr.
Samantha Deanne Santo.
Haley Danielle Sawa.
Nathan Thomas Scalone.
Nathan Riley Schuler.
Corey Renee Seguin.
Jenna Kathleen Serrano.
Kayla Lynn Seymour.
Ryan John Shaw. Joseph William Shirley.
Sam John Sigrist.
Stephen Scolars Jr.
Kyle Joseph Small. Michael Todd Smythe Jr.
Bridget Rita Sonamaker.
Carly Paige Sorrigan.
Carly Elizabeth Souter.
Caitlin Nicole Souter.
Bridget Lauren Sukup.
Stefano Eric Sperano.
Madeline Shea Springate.
Camille Roman Stefanski.
Morgan Elizabeth Staley.
Chase Anthony Starcevich.
Kyle Christopher Starkis.
Gretchen Noel Stellwagen.
Rachel Suzanne Sturkowitz.
Amanda Marie Strama.
Allie Christine Strite.
Ryan Philip Strilko.
William Riley Strippick.
Aaron Robert Studer.
Samuel Augustine Stukel.
Alexandra Nicole Suter.
Rachel Lynn Sweet.
Zachary Quinn Swiderski.
Jacob Aaron Seitzma.
John Thomas Tamburo.
Natalie Marie Tenura.
Gabrielle Renee Tanquillet.
Amanda Elizabeth Thompson.
Jacqueline Taylor Thompson.
Nicholas Anthony Trollian.
Jordan Lynn Turnbull.
Justin Ray Tweedy.
Karina Evelyn Urbanchik.
Tessa Noel Valentine.
Jacob Todd Vanderwell.
Jose Christian Vidals.
Carly Grace Waichert.
Jessica Lynn Wallace.
Erica Nicole Waller.
Jillian Suzanne Waller.
Alexandra Nicole Wasco.
Natalie Marie Waters.
Delaney Marie Weston.
Michael Brian Wexter.
Megan Elise Wygant.
Tessa Marion Wheeler.
Margaret Therese Winslow.
Joseph Thomas Winterkorn.
Tyler Thomas Wohlenberg.
Danielle Nicole Woodman.
Jesse Josephine Widrinski.
Emily Rebecca Weiskill.
Caesar Zavala.
Rachel Nicole Zamatis.
Matthew John Zielinski.
Rachel Eileen Zielinski.
Jenna Marie Zorer.
Jacob Michael Zola.
Please stand for the singing of the Alma Mater.
Lincoln Way, ever true, let us pledge